Former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger, the diplomat with the thick glasses and gravelly voice, who dominated foreign policy as the US extricated itself from Vietnam and broke down barriers with China, died on Wednesday, his consulting firm said. He was 100 years old. With his gruff yet commanding presence and behind the scenes manipulation of power, Kissinger exerted uncommon influence on global affairs under Presidents Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford, earning both qualification and the Nobel Peace Prize. Decades later, his name still provoked impassioned debate over foreign policy landmarks long past. Kissinger's power grew during the turmoil of Watergate when the politically attuned diplomat assumed a role scheme to co-president to the weakened Nixon. No doubt my vanity was piqued. Kissinger later wrote of his expanding influence. The dominant emotion was the promotion of catastrophe, a Jew who fled Nazi Germany with his family in his teens. Kissinger, in his latter years, cultivated the captation of respected statesmen giving speeches, of offering advice to Republicans and Democrats alike, and managing a global consulting business. He turned up in President Donald Trump's White House on multiple occasions. Nixon era documents and tapes as they trickled out over the years brought relations, many in Kissinger's own words, that sometimes cast him in harsh light. Never without his steroids. Kissinger, after he left government, was dodged by critics who argued that he should be called account for his policies on Southeast Asia and support of repressive regimes in Latin America. For 8 restless years, first as National Security Advisor, later as a Secretary of State, and for a time in the middle holding both titles, Kissinger reigned across the breadth of major foreign policy issues. He conducted the first shuttle diplomacy in the quest for West Asia peace. He used secret channels to pursue ties between the US and China, ending decades of isolation and mutual hostility. He initiated the Paris negotiations that ultimately provided a face-saving means, a decent interval. He called it to get the US out of costly war in Vietnam. 2 years later, Saigon fell to the communists, and he pursued a policy of detonate with the Soviet Union. Asked during a CBS interview in the lead up to his 100th birthday about those who view his conduct of foreign policy over the years as a kind of criminality. Kissinger was nothing but dismissive. That's reflection of their ignorance. He said it wasn't conceived that way, it wasn't conducted that way.